All right, everybody, welcome back to the Open Road Podcast. Tonight's guest, Jaime Martinez. How are you, brother?
Salud.
Salud. ¿Cómo está, papá?
Aquí bien, compadre. Ya rato, ¿verdad? Que no nos veamos.
¿Arriba de qué? ¿20 años? No.
No tanto, pero I think it's been about a good 10 years.
10 years, yeah,
Plus.
más o menos. I think the last time I saw you was 2012. Maybe?
Around there, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right, around
12, 13, más o menos.
Sí, por ahí, por ese rumbo.
Mm-hmm.
Claro.
Entonces, bienvenido al podcast, güey. Jaime, para los que no lo conozcan, es camarada mío. Llevamos chingo de años de conocernos. Y de morros, las pinches pedas que nos poníamos, ¿no?
Fue algo leve, compadre, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Como todos, fue algo leve ahí. No más, tranquilo.
Yeah. Entonces, para abrir, ¿qué ha sido de tu vida, papá? ¿Qué has hecho, güey?
No, pues desde entonces he trabajado nomás así que decía white collar. No, he tenido nomás desde que dejamos de juntarnos, ponle así, acá hice mi propia cosa, vendo un mountain, daban trabajos así de oficina, ¿verdad? Working at a corporate.
Okay.
Para ese pedo, ¿verdad? Y pues ahí, así nomás me la pasaba en esos tipos de ambiente, ¿verdad? No, quiero decir, no, pues tengo familia, todavía no me he casado.
¿Todavía no te casas? ¿No te has casado nunca?
No, nunca me he casado.
Okay.
¿Y
qué edad tienes, güey? ¿40 qué?
Ay, espérate, no me descubras. No, tengo 40. Tengo
Okay.
40 años bien cumplidos apenas.
Yo también los cumplo en abril, 40.
Sí,
Yeah.
sí. No, por eso, pero a lo que iba es de que no, pues he estado bien, ¿verdad? Hacía eso antes, en esa perspectiva de trabajo, ¿verdad? Lo que hacía antes. Ahora pues me dedico a algo diferente, ¿verdad? Estaba en una trucking industry, ¿verdad? Algo de familia, ¿verdad? Acá, que me decidí a hacer eso. Es un cambio que hice, porque pues dije, no, pues allá tirándole a esos trabajos así de white collar, ¿verdad? Como tú sabrás, vienes de una industria que es politics, ¿verdad?
Right.
Y entonces dije, no, pues pedo yo me cansé de todo esto politics acá. Me cambié. Es otro estilo de vida que llevo ahora, ¿verdad? Self-employed, pues así, echándole ganas.
Yeah.
Aquí.
No, yo... No te pierdes nada sin casarte, cabrón.
Ah, bueno.
Sí, no,
bueno.
Ya he tenido unas experiencias medias cabronas, güey. Pero al fin que es la vida, ¿no? Fuck it.
Sí. No, pues es lo que me falta, ¿verdad? Digo yo, según yo, es lo que me falta todavía por vivir. Es una experiencia, ¿verdad?
Right.
Pero he tenido, ¿verdad? Pues novia, ¿verdad? De aquí en esto, pero nunca he llegado al punto de que te casas.
¿Qué crees que ha sido el por qué no?
Pues no se ha dado.
No se ha dado.
No se ha dado.
¿Falta qué? ¿Qué falta, güey?
Falta una mujer una mujer hogareña, una mujer de casa, ¿verdad?
Right.
No, pero ese es otro. Vamos a entrar en otro show ahí ya, hablando cosas grandes. No, pero en sí no se me ha dado, ¿verdad? Y como todo, ¿verdad? Yeah, todo su tiempo.
Mm-hmm. ¿Te acuerdas, güey? Y no es que no las pueda. O sea, las puedes, güey. De que hasta el más feo levanta morras, güey. Eso, tenlo seguro, güey.
No, pues feo sí estoy, ¿verdad?
Nada, a lo que me refiero, güey, nunca hicimos como... No somos vatos carita que digamos, se mira con madre este güey. Nah, o sea, somos vatos normales, pero como quiera hay alguien para ti, o a lo mejor no, quién sabe, pero de que hay para el rato siempre va a haber, ¿no? Ese es otro pedo. Me imagino.
No, pues de que sobran, ¿verdad? Pero para que sea la the one, es otro.
Sí, es otro pinche rollo, güey.
Sí.
Yo, ya, 2 divorces, güey.
Dos,
güey. Ya me chingué 2 pinches marriages, güey, que no valieron madre. I mean, así me pasa, güey. Fuck it, you know?
Sí.
Pero, como quiera, it's not bad. Like, I got my kids out of that one, so, like, I have my daughters, bro, and that's fucking everything to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how to explain it. To me, it's I've accomplished a lot of shit in life, no? I've Marine Corps. Fucking, I was a cop for a couple years.
Yeah.
Went truck driving. I had my own authority, my MC.
Sí.
Todo le metí, le puse. But my kids, it's like my biggest triumph, bro. Like, I can't explain it, but...
Pues, eso es lo que, digo, esa es la experiencia de que no tengo yo, ¿verdad? Algo de llegar a ese punto. Que sería bonito, ¿verdad?
Right.
O sea, todo su tiempo, ¿verdad?
Right.
If it is what it is. You know?
Same.
So, pero también me da gusto que estés en este etapa, this stage in your life, ¿verdad?
Right.
Disfrutando tus hijas.
Right.
Yeah.
No, see, it's been hard, bro. Some parts have been hard, but man, the good parts have been good too, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and we'll go back. Let's go back in time a little bit
I know we kind of jumped into
to life, but
the deep end of the water, ¿verdad? No, pero no, como empezaste, ya tenemos un chingo que no nos veíamos y ¿cómo nos conocimos?
por chachis, güey.
Es cierto,
Right.
es cierto.
Por chachis, yeah.
La gente que no sabe quién es Chachis es el mentado Julián
Julián.
Garza, ¿verdad?
Sí. Sí, no.
Saludos al compadre ahí, donde quiera que ande.
Si nos estás viendo, saludos, compadre.
Ándale.
Era cuando tomábamos pesado.
Pues nos invitaban, ¿verdad? Aquí a... ¿Qué barrio era? Ese, donde íbamos aquí, del otro lado, del Golf Gate.
No era por el 45, ¿no?
Sí.
Era como un pinche bar, ¿no? ¿Cómo se llamaba el pinche bar, güey?
Oh, estás hablando tú de Anitas.
Anitas. Pero había otro, güey.
El Gran Bar.
That one.
El Gran Bar. No, ahí sí eran pedas bonitas. Y más porque ya un grupillo bueno.
Yeah.
Que se ponía ahí con todo, ¿verdad? Pero...
No, en esas pinches noches éramos Superman todos.
Hombre,
Güey.
estábamos bien chavalos ahí, pues andábamos con todo, arrasando ahí. No había ahí una chiquilla que se salvara, porque ahí andábamos bien sobres. I'm saying it now like I'm old as fuck.
Sí, hace 20 años, güey. Pero unas pisteadas bonitas. Mira, yo creo que pistear con camaradas o con un camarada que sea leal, güey. Que realmente sea camarada de esos que aprietan cuando tiene que apretar. Es como un pinche therapy, güey. O sea, si tú no estás pisteando con un camarada y en el momento de que estés pisteando con él, güey, si tú no te sientes el más chingón y volteas a mirar al otro y también se siente igual de chingón y hay respeto mutual, cállate. Son unas pinches pisteadas y pedas con madre, güey.
Sí, o sea, pues en sí, ¿verdad? También te trata de la gente, ¿verdad? Yo pues, me gravitated mucho con ustedes cuando me juntaba porque pues eran buena onda, ¿verdad? Right. Eran buenos ustedes para estar ahí, tomando ahí una cervecilla otra o cualquier otra cosa, ¿verdad?
O cuando
en otras palabras, good people, you know,
right.
Good people, you know good people when you see them, when you kind of get a good gauge for them.
Y a veces alegres y otras pinches veces
Sí.
hasta llorábamos, güey.
Sí.
O sea, esos son los tipos de amistades, güey, que no te llegan a la vida todo el tiempo, ¿no? O sea, esos llegan, esos amigos con los que puedes estar, güey, y soltarte, desahogarte. Para mí es una riqueza, güey, poder tener eso. Porque hay chingo de gente que no lo tiene, güey.
Sí. No. Mil veces mejor eso que pues, un poco miserable.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, y yo cuando estuve en el military, güey, ya es cuando yo también fui creciendo un poco más, ¿no? Tuve que crecer rápido, güey. Ese pedo estuvo fuerte.
Pues es cuando te conocí a ti, cuando you came back from deployment, ¿verdad? Y yo conocía ahí a los camaradas, a Julián, a tu hermano también lo conocí ahí antes de ti. Pues eran ustedes, pues, familia.
Right.
Es lo que yo vi, eran familia ustedes, más que nada. Y that was cool.
Yeah.
Eso es lo que me gustó, que ustedes se juntaban ahí entre familia ustedes.
Yeah.
Hacían su little cookout or whatever. Y no, pues está como ahí calmadón.
Sí,
Yeah.
mucha gente que conocí así. Tengo otro camarada que se llama Sergio, güey. Yo lo conocí también por los primos de by my brother y es camarada también, güey. O sea, muchos camaradas de mi carnal, güey, son camaradas míos. Y muchos camaradas míos son camaradas de mi carnal. O sea, todos, la pinche bolita se hizo chingona, ¿no? Y ya todos se conocen y ha tocado el caso que un camarada mío ya se junta con un camarada de mi carnal, güey. Y ellos ya son camaradas, o sea, pero se conocieron así entre familia, ¿no? Claro. Está con madre ese pedo. ¿Dónde te ha ido bien en la vida o qué? ¿Cómo la miras?
Pues, no me puedo quejar, compadre. Right. No, I mean, I can't complain. También he tenido mis cositas yo de mis experiencias here and there, you know.
¿Qué ha sido?
No puedo comparar con otra persona, ¿verdad? Porque tengo lo mío de experiencias y todo, ¿sabes? Pero, I mean, I think everything's gone good, man. Everything's gone good. He tenido suerte con cosas, ¿verdad? Que me han salido bien. En otras cosas, pues, aprendí.
Right.
That, hey, that's not the way you do it. Okay, so... Pero en sí, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm here talking to you, you know. And see, I can't complain. There's people that have it worse, that have other problems, pero, you know, God is good, man. We're here. Aquí estamos.
You got anything? You said you've had some downs.
Pues como todo, como todo. O sea, no puedo decir que tengo, like, I had some really bad stuff happen to me, but it's just life experiences, ¿verdad? You know, and the relationships didn't happen, they went sour. Stuff like that, you know, a little struggle here and there with, you know, it might have been a job that, you know, I was switching over y pues se me hubiera apretado la cosa, ¿verdad? ¿Cómo le voy a hacer? Te pones a pensar, ¿verdad? Te empieza a dar vuelta el ratón. So, thinking, all right, how the fuck am I going to do this?
Yeah.
Y, you know, pues como todo, you know, we're growing up, we have our own little responsibilities that we got, and, you know, así nomás, making it happen.
You seen some of the... I guess some of the podcasts before?
¿A ti?
Yeah.
Sí.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of drew you to say, yeah, I'll come on?
Pues, I mean, first things first, I mean, I hadn't seen you for a while, so dije, no, that's good. This is a good chance to catch up with you, and I was like, I was taken back. I'm like, mira el compadre, he's doing podcasting now. Like, I found it like to be like really badass. I'm like, le entras con todo a esto. I'm like, you know what, pues, ¿por qué no?
Right.
A podcast would be good. I mean, I watch a lot of podcasts de lo que sea X, Y, Y and Z on YouTube, so dije, no, pues estaría bien hacer uno y teniendo, like, I have a pool now that does that.
Yeah.
Pues ahí está, de volada.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, this is like, it's like therapy for me, bro. Like, just talking to people, like, reconnecting. I've had my mom, my dad on there.
Yeah. No, I've seen some of those.
It's been so good, dude.
I see how you can let out a lot of what your thoughts are.
Right.
On you know, just talking and just whatever's on your mind, I guess.
Yeah.
You can just let it out. So that's cool. Ahí está el compadre oso, ese perrito ahí.
Está el negro, el pinche perro.
That's my little giant schnauzer I got. He's still a puppy, very much. Tiene un año y 6 meses.
Yeah. No, I mean, I got into the podcast stuff because I enjoy it. And, I mean, my goal is just keep talking to people, bro. Like, I think that's the win already, right? Like, you know, talking to regular people that I know versus, like, trying to get somebody that's big on YouTube or TikTok. I mean, that would be cool, right?
Hopefully you do, man. Hopefully you get there.
But that's, if it happens, it happens. But to me, like, just talking to my people is fucking badass to me, you know? Like, it gives us a platform to kind of just talk a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Anything that's on your mind, or?
No, I mean, aquí hay que hablar de lo que sea, hombre. Nothing really on my mind. It's just, just wanted to do it so we can, you know, talk about lo que sea, compadre. You know, I mean, lo que sea aquí.
There's
Sorry about the dogs, man. There's 2 little dogs going at it right now. They're playing a lot.
I've done. You travel a little bit.
Yeah, man. I like doing little stuff like that. I like traveling, so kind of like you, man. And I think you reached out to me one time. Yo andaba en big band. So I like to travel. I like to do a lot of nature stuff.
Right.
So.
Speaking about nature, when I went to Colombia, I did the ayahuasca thing. Have you like heard of that stuff yet?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of that. I have no experience in it, but see, I mean, I'm well aware of all that ayahuasca stuff, the toad.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, well aware of those things. So
I've done the toad.
you've done the toad.
I've done the toad. I've done the toad. I've done ayahuasca. I've done peyote.
Yeah.
You ever had a ketamine?
Yeah, I've heard of ketamine.
I did one of those one time.
Yeah.
Out of everything I've tried, ayahuasca I think is like the.
Is that the ultimate trip? Like trip as in like te lleva.
I think it's the ultimate trip where you can learn the most.
Right. So it's kind of you go inward.
Right. Everybody's always thinking, bro. Okay, it's out to find something. No way, it's inside, bro. Like
Yeah.
everything is inside. I felt like when I went under that, bro, like I knew everything about me, right? Like, so okay, I'll fuck it. We'll get a little bit into it. No, I was going through a divorce, and to me it was like it was hard, bro. I got kids, the family separating, and to me it was like I thought, man, maybe some therapy, right? I came to the conclusion that therapy is not for me, and most people are like, oh, why not? Like to me it's like the guy had to have done everything I did and everything that I've done to find somebody that's done some of the shit I've done. That's gonna be hard to talk to somebody like that. So then I thought to myself, well, who knows me better than myself? Nobody.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I did the research and found the ayahuasca, and I was like, oh shit, like this is a self kind of therapy, self kind of inward reflection. And that's what took me there. I mean, it was a scary journey, bro.
Yeah.
I took off from Houston, caught a flight to Medellin, Colombia,
Okay.
landed. I'd done some research on kind of like a couple of spots I wanted to hit to see, and I ended up choosing one spot. Llegué, and I don't know anybody, right? Like and I'm about to take this ayahuasca that's gonna make me trip.
Right.
And it gets a little scary because you're in a whole different country. You don't really know anybody. And but I did it, and bro, it's the best thing I've ever done in my life. Like as far as doing something,
So you would say, I mean, you got out of that, I mean, a good experience, but also it helped you internally with I don't want to phrase it this way, but like some kind of peace of mind, or
right.
to appease you.
Right.
And
right. I think the hardest thing was accepting that I was depressed, right?
Okay.
And I don't think people, especially for men, right? Like that's one of them things where like I ain't got time to be fucking depressed, right? Like I gotta fucking go work.
Yeah.
I gotta fucking keep doing me. I gotta keep going, and it was something like where I was like, I'm straight up not feeling good. Like I wasn't in a good spot.
Yeah.
So to do that, it just I feel like it almost reset my whole system, bro, of thinking. I think the biggest takeaway was forgiving myself for all my fuck ups, right? Like that was the hardest thing to do, was to say I fucked up a few times here, there. Man, I've done some shit here. Like, though I went for one thing, my whole life kind of flashed. I got to see like all the good, all the bad, and it felt like time was timeless in that dimension, right? Like I felt like I spent days looking at different situations I've been through, and it's really just facing I don't know if it's trauma. Some of it could have been, right? But it's facing the fear, I don't know how to explain it, right? But it's along that line, right?
Yeah.
And
just give me a note if I'm asking too much. Would you consider that you got PTSD from your deployments?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think what I had was anger problems.
Okay.
And I think there's a difference. And I feel like for the littlest thing, I'd blow up on some shit, right? Like, just, it's not good. And it might be a form of PTSD, right? And I'm okay with, accepting that part of it.
Yeah.
And I think it did help, man. Like maybe I had like a mild symptom of PTSD, right? Like something real mild.
Yeah.
But I don't remember having bad dreams, but like if I was with like a woman that slept with me that night, she would tell me like, hey, you were saying these things in your dreams or whatever. But I think those ended up kind of being suppressed, and then when I did the ayahuasca, that took everything out, like everything, bro. Like,
so it was that experience for you was kind of let go of a lot of shit. Like, internally, that was fucking.
Right.
Yeah.
We're our own worst critic, right? You know. Like,
oh, for sure, man. We are.
And I've been so fucking hard on myself for so many things, and I said, you know what? Like, it's time to go face all this. Like, I've been running. I was running for a long time from my own like internal self, and then finally faced it. And I guess that's why I'm more comfortable like doing the podcast. Like, I really don't care what people think. Like,
oh shit, man, you do an awesome job. I mean, you're a fucking natural, dude. I mean, like, for real, like, I see it, man. The ones that I've you got quite a few out there, man, and I've looked at a couple of them, and I've sat down. I'm like, damn, you're pretty good at this, Andres. You're pretty good at this.
Well, I appreciate it, but I think what makes it so easy is I know you, like, and I've had a few people that I didn't know, and I did okay, right? Like, and I really think it's just being more comfortable on the mic, in front of the camera. Like, I no longer care if someone looks at it and says, look at that guy's an idiot. Then I'm just not for you, bro. Then you can move along, right? Like, but there's people that are watching the channel, and I get pretty good feedback from a lot of family and friends that they enjoy the episodes. I've had episodes where families have come together to watch an episode because it's like featuring one of their family members, right? Okay. And I think that's pretty cool, man. Like, if anything, we're leaving some memories behind, for generations to come. And if anything, it's for my daughters, right? Like, and, it's not for them right now because, I'm smoking, drinking, cussing, whatever. But this is who I really am. I can't. I don't put on a show, not even for my daughters, bro. Like, the way I am with them, it's who I am. Yeah. And, man, I could talk about my like, the way I parent, bro. I feel like, and I'm not popping my collar in any kind of way, bro. But, like, I think I put a lot of thought into it, and I'm at a high level of how I engage those girls, right? Like, I look at their ages, I see what they're into, and it's about dropping down to their level of them as kids. And when they accept me right there, like, you know what, the biggest thing for them is this fucking thing, the phone, right? That's the magic breaker, bro, when you're with your kids. Or with anyone that you love, bro. If you're constantly on that motherfucker, bro, then they see that. My girls will see that. So I do where it's the evenings and I have them after school. I get them 50% of the time. Okay. That phone gets put away, bro. Like, we're gonna engage, we're gonna talk, we're gonna play games, whatever they're into, homeworks, even cooking dinner. I get them involved, bro. Like, just, I try to involve them in every piece of my life, and I think it's paying out because, like, some of the things that I see, like, oh, it's beautiful, bro.
No, you're basically you're instilling a lot of memories in them right now that they're real young, that they're gonna appreciate that as they grow, and they become women. Yeah, they're gonna have all those badass, moments that you gave time for, right? And that you spent all this X, Y, and Z things doing with. So that's really smart of you, man, because the girls look up to their dads more than they do their moms. Yeah.
Y hay gente que dice, güey, hay que tener disciplina, güey. Chingo de disciplina con los barcos, and I think that's wrong. Listen, because I know a lot of people are going to be, no, you have to be a disciplined parent. You can't be their friend. I get that part. But the way I look at it, I'd rather darles cariño y amor con un poquito de disciplina, güey. It goes a longer way. It goes a longer way because they feel that love. So the minute you discipline them, it's a very minor type of discipline, and it goes further because I've already engaged them throughout the whole time. So I think when people grow up, and I have a lot of examples of friends, maybe some family members, they resent their parents or their dad, especially. Like, my dad was too hard. He was a fucking asshole. It was too much discipline. And the way I was raised, my dad era más amor, güey, con un poquito de disciplina. Éramos desmadrosos, güey. But that's the way he chose it. Yeah. Y por eso cuando mi papá hace una pinche barbecue, güey, nos arrimamos a la chingada ahí, right? Yeah. ¿Por qué? Because we're not thinking, I mean, at that point, nunca fue culero con nosotros, güey. Era camarada. You know what I mean? Like, and that's very few people can say that. But I could go drink with my dad. Hey, get ready. I got an 18 pack. Vámonos. Okay. He don't even fucking ask where we're going.
Yeah.
Alístate, voy por ti. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. It's camarada, güey.
Yeah.
And I feel like I became a friend to him early in life. Like, I never feared him.
Yeah. That's good, man. You had a good friendship with him.
Right.
I want to say, friendship, and you. I mean, you got a good insight of what it is of parenting. Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people don't. Of all my friends, bro, and family members, family friends and all that, there's very few dads that I can compare to my own where, like that dad was kind of like that with your kids. There's very few, bro. Very, very, very few. And I'm fucking proud of that shit, bro. Like, it's made me who I am. It led me to go be a fucking Marine for fucking 8 years. Infantry fucking Marine, doing tours left and right. I did 5 total tours in the whole 8 years, right? So a lot of that's my parents, bro. Like what they instilled in me. And I'm so glad that I never backed out, because I know a lot of dudes that backed out. No, my girlfriend doesn't want me to go. And I think a lot of guys, bro, they kill their dreams chasing a woman. Where in reality, you should be chasing your dream and the women will come on their own. Once they see you doing you. And that's kind of the mindset I had. And it's worked out and it's not worked out. I've gone through ups and downs, bro, especially with women, right? And, but I'm still not one to sit here and talk mess about women in any kind of way. Like, I can't, like.
I mean, everybody has their thought process.
Pégatelo, güey. Un poquito más.
Sí, you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, you'll notice a difference on the headphones when you're a little bit closer, and
okay.
That way the audio.
Got it.
Ahí se siente con madre.
Maybe I was fucking trying to light this up, but no, everybody has their own little opinion, of those things, which is a touchy subject, Where
right.
Any women that are listening are going to be listening to this podcast, But I'm not going to get into it. Maybe we'll leave something else for some other time. Pero,
remember, now's the time. Now's the time.
What were you saying, though? Where were you going with that?
Like, I think a man should live out his dream. And like I think that's what you're doing, right? Because you haven't, you haven't been married yet. And I think some of that has to be, well, she's got to be on page with everything I'm doing. If not, that's not the one for me. And I think a lot of us make the mistake where, I just want to be married and have kids. And
okay, I see. Okay, so I get your point. Your point of view was that a lot of men get lost in the chase after a woman, therefore they lose their vision, their dream of becoming something that they want themselves, because they pick to chase ass.
Right.
Okay. I get where you're going with that.
If I would have been one of them dudes, I would have never been to the military, right?
Right. Obviously.
Right, like,
which is typical for our Latinos, our Mexican. That's what we do. I mean, okay, ya sales de high school, con que te pegaste con aquella, o se van a casar ya, o tienen un chamaco, see, that's it, bro.
Right. That's
what do you got going for you? Pues work construction. Nothing wrong with that.
Right. It's a hard life, though.
It's a hard life, right? But you set that tone for yourself, whereas you just said, hey, you know what? This is what it's gonna be. And it's traditional way, I guess. We can put it that way.
Yeah.
Traditional
It's
way.
cultural.
Exactly. It's a cultural thing. But, there's more to life. And I don't want to make, like, marriage seem as a bad thing, but there's more to life.
Right.
Yeah. I guess my experience has been good in that sense, because I don't have that where I, like, hey, no, pues me amarré con una saliendo de high school y pues ahí, le echamos chingazos de we try to make it work. My life was like, sí, fui medio de novio aquí allá, pero I was man, I had a lot of a good experience is doing my thing. Going after what I wanted, you know.
Yeah.
I wanted to do this, go after this shit over here. There wasn't a woman holding me back where I was like, no, pues tengo que reportarme con la esposa o con la novia,
Right.
¿verdad?
Right.
So I get what you're saying. You know, there's a lot of dreams lost because of that.
Right.
So.
Right.
No, pues saludos a los compadres que están casados. y amarrados.
Sí, no, I mean, y para unos es una vida hermosa, para ellos también, right? Like, si tú te encontraste la indicada, ¿no? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
a toda madre, échale chingazos, right?
Mm.
Pero yo creo que mucha gente está en ese dilema, ¿no? De no cumplió sus sueños por seguir la mujer. Y la mujer muchas veces sí te puede apagar los sueños, güey. No hagas esto, es mejor así. No te arriesgues. Y yo entiendo porque ya tienes familia, güey. O sea, ya el riesgo... Yo puedo tomar un riesgo ahorita y como quiera le pienso porque tengo hijas, güey. Pero como quiera, nomás tengo que convencerme yo solo, güey.
No, pero tú ya llegaste... Tú hiciste lo que hiciste en tus primeros años, let's say in your 20s.
Right.
Yeah, you had your experiences. Hicimos y deshacimos, compadre, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
And you got into being into parenthood perfectly. I think so.
Right.
¿Qué tuviste tus hijos? ¿Qué?
31.
30s?
Yeah.
31?
Yeah, 31.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect
Yeah.
timing in my opinion too. Yeah.
So, hiciste lo que hiciste, boom, bueno, ahora toca esto, you know, te dio chance, la mujer, y you had kids, y todo ese, so, I think you've done pretty damn good, man, and
Yeah.
you've handled your shit, you know.
Yeah. I think
So,
we're okay, bro. Like
hmm?
compared to most, estamos pisteando. It's a Saturday night. We got enough to chill. Got a pizza. We can do whatever we want, right?
Chilling, man.
Yeah, we're chilling. We're not millionaires, but I don't think I'm gonna measure my success with money at the end of my life.
¿Qué chingados nos llevamos?
Right. Right. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. It'd be nice, right? Like to
Yeah, but you can't measure it.
Right. You can't measure my like.
That's the
yeah.
thing. Yeah, dinerito es bueno, but you can't measure it with that.
Yeah. Like, I think I chase the experience, bro. Like, I chase the adventure. I chase what I can do. Like, I like chasing shit that I can't buy.
So with me, not with me. Like my thing is that I see in you is like, oh shit, Andres is now into traveling. Andres is now like, from what I'm looking,
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, he likes doing going to the parks over here, the big band. I'm like, oh shit, this está con madre. Because I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah.
I like to do those kind of things. I'm like, okay, so you're into this phase now. Besides, being a dad and
Right.
being a parent, that's what you like to do, like on a personal level.
Yeah.
You like to do those kind of outdoorsy things.
Yeah. To me, hiking's the ticket for me. That's my. I don't know if it's an adrenaline rush to me or it just puts me in a very good spot, and it lets me work out a lot of the mental problems that I can start tackling because I'm just with me and my mind at that point. And
Okay.
I honestly, like, after the Corps, I felt like I haven't challenged myself with physically in any kind of way. The military will do that to you and now I look at it like, I'm going to go on this hike. It's going to suck because I'm going to sleep out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, cool. But I kind of crave that shit, bro. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, it makes me feel good to go out in nature. Like, and you understand it, man. Like,
Yeah, man, I love it. I love doing that kind of shit, man. So, that's kind of my thing. I do a lot of shit.
yeah.
I get into a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what your thoughts exactly are. Like, as me, as a person, I mean, you know me as a compadre that go back to that time of our lives when we were in our 20s and estábamos like chavalones and drinking it up, nos juntábamos, parrandeando, ahí todo con madre, ¿verdad? But, like I saw you, no, pues, el compadre, he went into doing the Marine stuff. Badass. No, el compadre went into this now. I'm like, oh shit, he's a cop. Está bueno, compadre. Boom, boom. But I don't think you guys ever gauged what I like to do as a parte de cuando me juntaba con ustedes, ¿verdad?
Mm-hmm.
So, and you know now because you've seen some of the stuff that I post.
Right.
I have like pictures of me out here and at a mountain over there and
Right.
fishing or whatnot, ¿verdad? But for example, I got into cycling, dude. You see the little rides, ¿verdad? Con bicicletillas también.
Uh-huh.
I got into that. That's how I started doing cycling.
Oh, okay.
I got into little bike rides that they do around town and shit like that. But then,
So you've been part of the that big group that goes, ¿cómo se llama?
sí,
Critical Mass?
That's a fucking that's a drunk fest on wheels, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
I used to see him go by, but I never really knew what it was about, like...
So essentially that's just, to bring awareness of cyclists.
Okay.
That, they're out there, they're on the streets, and, they're you would know because you were a cop.
Right, yeah.
They have a right of way to be on the street as well, because,
Right.
In a bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what they're about. That's what that ride's about, and bring more awareness to the community, to the city about them and stuff like that. But it's a big ass party, dude.
Yeah.
It's a big ass party at the end of the day, and yeah, man. But I got into a more deeper level con cycling.
Really? Okay.
Sí, me compré una pinche bici acá chingona. I'm not gonna say how much it was, but me costó una feria, ¿verdad?
5G.
Algo por ahí. No, me con que acá you get a little kit that you wear and shit like that. So I got into cycling like ahí más o menos.
I mean, you
¿verdad?
stayed in really good shape, man. I mean, even from then till now, like,
Pues,
you look in shape like the way you were in your 20s still.
pues sí, the thing about me, I mean, I like to do a lot of outdoor things that do physical shit. I stay active, bro.
Yeah.
But again, I've always been slim, so
Yeah, yeah.
no tengo eso de que no, pues este güey ya se puso cuarentón y ya.
Mm-hmm.
I stay active, but again, it's my genetics. I got lucky, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So,
Yeah.
thank you though. It's a compliment.
Yeah, no.
I'll take it.
And you're self-employed now, you said, right?
Sí.
What's that work entail? Like, are you you're in trucking? Is that what it is?
And I wanted to ask you about your part.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, we're so we run a little business, man. It deals with trucking. It deals with more or less con transportation of a lot of sands and aggregate for buildings.
Gotcha.
That they do new building, new construction, new apartment high-rises, stuff like that.
So business is good in Houston.
Man, well, shit, you can tell.
Yeah, you can't
It's
complain, man.
There's
work.
apartments everywhere. There's work everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
Pero como quiera es como todo, ¿verdad? You got to go out there and get it.
Yeah.
If you don't, it's not gonna come to you. You got to go out there and chase the.
So you're running locally, a couple of trucks.
Yeah, we run local.
Yeah.
We run local. I mean, when you say local, it's like we find we deal with a lot of the like local construction. It can be like los compadres que hacen casas, it can be anywhere from that. So in that sense, local, yeah. We can go out to Austin, outskirts. It depends, it depends where it works. So it's kind of different. I think you're thinking logistically as in like loads that from Houston to Dallas. Yeah. So we're dealing with dump trucks. We're dealing with end dumps that we deliver here around the area. Furthest we go, we've gone is Austin.
Gotcha.
Shit like that,
Yeah.
So.
I know when I started mine, it was a crazy fucking time for me.
How come you didn't stay with that? You didn't like
My
it?
kids.
Because of your kids? Okay.
Yeah. The money was good.
But I saw you had a nice truck.
Yeah. I had a 99 or a 2000. I think it was 2000 Classic XL, long nose, Freightliner.
Is it? Okay.
With the Detroit in there.
Like 60.
Yeah.
Series 60.
Yeah. Series 60, no emissions, none of that crap.
Yeah.
Man, that was a beast, bro. I could go with a Cat or a Cummins and get more power, but man, that thing was good on fuel, dude. Like that thing sipped on fuel.
Those fucking things are built nice. Those Detroits, Series 60s, they're workhorses.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of trucks with those engines.
I left the PD to do that, and that was my thing, man. Like I just wanted to try it. Like so, after the Marine Corps, I get a monthly compensation, right, for on the VA, right? They give me whatever. I'm at a percentage on it. I'm 100% VA
Yeah.
disabled on the VA side of it, so it gives me the freedom to do whatever the hell I want. Really, like that's my. I know no matter what, that's coming in every month.
Yeah.
So like if I don't like what I'm doing, I change it up.
Yeah. People that know what he said right now, look into it. This guy is balling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna make a final move. I've gambled a lot in life. On that trucking company, because I closed it, I still lost about $50K on it. Though I made a lot of money, just to get out of it, you're gonna take a loss, right? Because I hadn't come up enough to. I guess I was making the money, but my overhead was still hanging, right? So at a 50, I probably ended up owing about a good 30 at the end of the day, like when I fucking sold everything and got everything out. So I went down a little bit, and then the divorce goes through, and then all hell's breaks loose, man. Like I lose the house. I lived in an apartment, bro, and all we had were air mattresses, me and the girls, and we would eat dinner Indian style in the fucking kitchen, bro, and like, oh, that hit hard. And
You were going through a custody process at that point?
not so much because, like, she never and we never ever said, oh, you can't see the kids or anything. I was just moving out of the house to start my life away.
Yeah.
Divorce, move.
Yeah.
And I made a decision where the house would stay as is with the girls, and I'm gonna find my way. Like, and it's been hard. I had an apartment, and then I couldn't make it.
So you didn't go through a legal process of fighting?
Nah.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, she was, and I'm grateful for it, bro. I said, hey, you want to do 50-50 with the kids? Yeah, okay. And that was it. Like, she was cool with that. And it's just the battle, bro. Like, after that apartment, I had to go live in a travel trailer for a little bit just to get my money back up. And that was hard. And then from there, I moved to my mom's for a couple of months. And like, damn, I left when I was 18, bro. I'm 39, 38, going back to my mom's. That was a hit. It hurt. And then I was like, all right, got my shit together.
I mean, you don't be. I've been there, bro.
Yeah.
I've been there. It's like, hey, pues, chinga madre.
Yeah, it sucks.
¿En un cuarto?
Yeah.
All right.
Y llegando con las huercas, güey.
Okay.
Porque I still had them 50-50. And I was living in Rocheron,
Yeah.
and the girls would go to school in Katy. So cuando me tocaba a mí, güey, llevarlas en la escuela,
Yeah.
waking up at 5, I would wake up like at 4:30, get myself ready, give me a whole hour to get my everything that I needed ready for the day. A las 5:15, 5:20, I levantar las huercas, güey. Oh, that hurt so much to have to wake them up so early.
Yeah.
Ya las levantaba, las peinaba, get them ready, they brush your teeth, get them looking good for school.
Yeah.
Okay, baby, get in the car. We got an hour drive to school.
Shit.
Yeah, wait. Oh, it was rough, but not once did they complain, way. Not once. And not once did they say, you know what, we don't want to do this no more, puppy. They never said that. They're like little ride or dies, bro. And they would tell me, bro, no importa, puppy. We'll sleep in the car for the hour. It's not a big deal. Y yo, mira, nada de, pues de orgullo, güey. Eso, que te diga tus kids, bro, que están chiquillas. No te preocupes, papá. Así lo hacemos, no hay pedo. Like, dude, that was fucking good, bro.
Yeah. That's.
And then I got out of that. I finally got an apartment. I want to say I moved in ahorita estamos en November. I think I moved August. Or a little bit before August. I don't know. August 15th, wait. I got the apartment, the one I'm in right now, and I'm working stable. Got a good job. Good fucking leadership. Good boss. Good fucking coworkers,
Your
bro.
brother's your boss?
Yeah, my brother's my boss. I
Is
mean,
it?
yeah.
Oh, that was wild. I just threw it out there.
Yeah. I'm a low level tech, so anybody ahead of me is technically like they're my boss, right? But they don't even fucking see it like that. They're just like they're helpful, bro. Like if I'm doing a job alone and I run some problems, yo les hablo, hey, I haven't dealt with this. What do you think? Yeah, me dicen, nah, do it this way or do it that way, or you know what, cut it. Don't do it like that. Just tell them you're not doing it. It's unsafe. You think it's unsafe. Yeah. So good job, bro. Like dude, I get taken care of, bro. Like I really, really, I'm grateful for where I'm at.
Yeah.
My boss is good with my schedule, with my girls. It's so good, bro.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That's badass. That's badass that you're now at a stage where está calmado.
Right. De tanto pinche desmadre, güey. I feel like I just found myself again.
Sí.
Like, I think we live two lives. And the first life, you're living it.
Yeah.
And then something happens to you. I don't know. I mean, it could be anything and anything for anyone. And then you're like, oh, this is how the fuck I'm going to live life now. And I think that's where I'm at in life. And I'm enjoying every second of it. Like, this here, this is everything to me, bro. Like, just being able to have a conversation, you know, like.
People that are watching, we're in my backyard.
Yeah, we're in Southeast Houston.
Ando pinche caballo por ahí. That's my dog.
But this is life, man. I mean, I wouldn't trade this shit for nothing, man. It's good.
Oh, no, I mean, es un orgullo de que te conozca a ti, Andrés. I mean, I always thought like highly of you, brother. I'm like,
likewise, bro. Likewise.
You're a good man, dude. I mean, like, shit, you're a good man. So I'm like, es que es compadre, hombre. I thought about you, man. Like, chingado, compadre, ¿qué anda haciendo ahorita al lado? No, but it's good to catch up to you. It's good. It's good to see. I mean, not only that, but it's good to see what you put on Facebook or on Instagram. No, I don't have Instagram. I have Facebook.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't even have Instagram, but.
So yeah, dude, I see what you're doing. Me da gusto que de ahí con tus niñas o X cosa que andas haciendo. Like, yeah. Man, I know that guy. He's a good guy.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I think highly of you too, man. If we wouldn't be talking if I didn't, bro. I tell you that. But it's cool, man. Like, I think it's gonna be good for some of my people to see you. You know, you're a friend to a lot of my family, right?
It's crazy.
A lot of
you say that, dude.
A lot of my people know you, right? Like, so.
It's crazy. Yeah. A lot of people know me. I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, God damn. Like, me pongo a pensar, güey. Either I know a lot of people or this world is small.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah. You're
right. But when you're good people, man, like, you're just good people, and donde quiera cabes, güey.
No, pero sí, you hit the nail on the head right there. Yeah, a lot of which is really your family. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And compadres, I guess, because you guys are all from like the same area.
Right.
Yeah. So like, they pretty much know all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, those poker nights and being just pedas, güey. Oh man.
Yeah, those are good times, man. Cuando dices pedas, those are just good times. We're not raging alcoholics, buddy. Tampoco.
Hey, we're not right now, but we're drinking, right? Nah, we used to.
No es ninguna y dos apenas es una.
Right.
In 3 years, the party is barely getting started.
Nah, man. I mean, let me get another one real quick up in there.
Aguas con el oso porque se lanza de güey. He's sleeping right now. So aquí continuamos a mí con el show aquí, mientras que el compadre va por una tecatita roja. Y vámonos con el burro por delante.
Right, we're back.
Yeah, there he goes. Get that ice.
Your dog loves ice, dude. I've never seen a dog eat ice.
Oh yeah, he fucking loves ice. I guess to give him ice, I guess when he was more little, cachorro. You ever seen that breed before?
No, not that big. I've seen. I think they call them miniatures.
They got miniatures and they got little standard ones.
Mm.
Yeah, este güey es el giant de la raza. Yeah.
You got him as a puppy?
Not that small. I got him he was, I want to say he was 9 months.
9 months.
Ya estaba grande el güey.
Yeah.
Because they grow up really fast. They're really big. This is the second one that I have of this breed. I had a girl. That one I did get as a puppy. But the girl, I had to rehome her. I had an apartment at the time, so I had to put her in a new house. And it was during COVID.
Ooh.
So but está gacho ahorita el pedo. Mejor que se vaya con better parents.
Yeah. Sometimes you take a loss.
Hey, get out of there.
Let me close it up.
Yeah, close it up.
All right, yeah, we're still here, guys. We're still here.
It's a chill episode on the open road.
Yeah. So what else, man?
Oh.
I know we're just shooting the shit, but sometimes we get into a good topic.
No, pues, ¿qué más, compadre? ¿Qué más hacemos? hablamos ya de que, pues de las experiencias de la ayahuasca y todo ese jale. Oh, y me impresionaste. You went through the list right now, brother. I'm like, damn.
It's doing the podcast is weird. Like, I'm having a conversation with you, and I'm also like thinking a little bit ahead as I'm having the conversation.
Yeah.
And then I got to keep track of what we've already touched and what I want to retouch. So
Yeah. Okay.
But it's fun, dude. Like, I watch Rogan, obviously. Like, Rogan's. Did you see the Trump podcast with him?
Yeah.
So, con madre, güey.
Yeah. That's hey, wait, he hit the jackpot right there with that. Yes. So.
Y el pinche JD Vance. I mean, it's not.
También.
He's good, bro. Like, I think we're.
También.
What? Have you heard about this World War III shit going on with the nuclear fucking threats y la chingada?
Está cabrón. Hey. Yeah, man. I haven't been really keeping up, but I hear it here and there because it comes up on the stories
feeds,
or on the feed and todo el jale, güey. Pero está medio cabrón ese pedo. What do you think? What is your point of view with what could have been and what is now, and how would that have had effect us? Do you think we would have been in a lot worse shape with the runners or the other runner candidates than what we're at now?
I think
going towards a possible fucking world war.
Right, because it's possible, right?
Right.
I don't know. I don't think it matters.
Do you think you don't think that they see us now as ahora sí ya tienen huevos. Ahora sí. Now there's people that are actually
respecting the United States.
They can respect us, yeah.
It could be a case of that. I don't think people can buy Trump, but that's also like a double-edged sword, right? Because like he doesn't need anybody's influence for anything that he wants to do, and that could be a double-edged sword because, yeah, I mean he does good for the economy and he's a businessman.
Okay.
And I just don't know where it leads us as far as getting close to this war, like, and it could be like fear mongering too, right? Like I don't know how to take it, to be honest, man. Like, and I don't know if we'd be better off with either or. Like, I really don't. Like, it's all it takes is. Have you seen? I saw a podcast on the Sean Ryan show. I don't know if you watch him or not. So he had a guest on where the chick was like really knowledgeable about nuclear war and like the times, and there's 11 countries with nuclear power right now. Us and Russia have the most, but other countries have enough to play as well.
Hey, you got a beer. You got a fucking beer out. You need to open that.
Let me close this.
Sorry, guys. My freaking dog just got into the cooler and got himself a beer.
Hopefully he enjoys it. So, yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't. It's a hard situation to gauge. What do you think?
I try not to think about that, but it's reality.
Right. Nobody wants to think
it's reality, man. And like I said, it's really at the push of a button, right?
What was scary was this, that supposedly or allegedly Russia launched those ICBMs, right? So to launch an ICBM, I think that's got to go above into the lower atmosphere, I imagine, or whatever. It's going to gain its speed and its course and then come down. Those are usually, you attach a nuclear warhead to the ICBM, right? And he launched those without the nuclear heads, right? Like, so it's almost a sign of aggression, right? Like hey.
But was it within his territory, within Russia?
He hit Ukraine with it.
Oh, he hit you. Okay, so I'm not well informed of it.
Yeah. I mean, just the fact that he used, this is the first time in history that an ICBM has been used in a war. So like it's definitely something we got to start looking at because. And do you think Putin's a bad person, or do you think that dude's just standing up for what he wants?
This is public, right? This is gonna be out there. I gotta be careful what I say, man. I don't know how far this is gonna go out. No, I think everybody watches their own. They watches their own, man. They watch their own shit. And right. I think that man over there is watching his own. I mean, at the end of the day, this country is run by higher
elite,
or just people that are fucking way up there, dude.
Right.
And it may be in their best interest to start shit or whatnot. I mean, as you know, you were in the military.
Right.
You got sent off to fight a war.
Right.
And, because of X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Now, who benefits from all that shit?
Politicians and fucking lawmakers and private corporations and businesses.
And who has those private corporations drilling over there?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So we can get into this rabbit hole and go down all the way down there, But I think everybody is just protecting their own shit, and they maybe like someone's trying to push and get a gain over there into that dude territory. It's like, hey, what the fuck's going on? And
right. So
maybe because you said Ukraine was Russia, right?
Right. He's just trying to get back what was his, right? Like, I mean, I think the biggest thing that Putin was saying was that NATO's expanding into their territory.
Yes.
And that's what he didn't want.
And it has been putting little,
cells.
So they're basically surrounding Russia, right?
Yeah.
And enclosing on them.
Right. Or check this one out. What if Trump and Putin are really boys?
Hey.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And they both came to this agreement, look, we're going to make it look like all hell is breaking loose, right? But me and you, we know. Like, we're good. Let's put on a show. Just think about it, right?
Okay.
Let's get the whole world behind this, and then we partner up and we put the whole world under one financial system, and we move into the new world.
Hey man, you got some more of those gummies?
Hey, possible, man. Just it's possible, right?
It's so much out there, man, that us normal people, we're not you may be like actually fucking saying it how it is.
Yeah, possible, man.
Fuck.
We put fear amongst the world under this nuclear thing, and then bam, we hit them all with a one world government, one world currency. We come together. They bring in the aliens so that we have something to fight against now.
Bring in the aliens.
Yeah. Right. What if that's a thing, right? You believe in aliens or no?
No aliens, man.
You don't think there is?
I think maybe the aliens that I say that come from the sky. Maybe the aliens are underneath us in the fucking ocean or some shit.
Right.
Maybe they've been there all along.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. No. I mean, they're saying. I mean, they just released that story where the U.S. government. They put it out there that aliens live in the ocean, right? I don't know if you heard that news or not.
I think I did.
So, possible.
Anything's possible, man. We're just this little part of this whole fucking thing, And I've never seen one personally.
Mm-hmm.
I never bumped into somebody and said, "Yeah, I've seen one. I've witnessed it," whatnot. So. I mean, but the possibility's there, dude. I mean, it's fucking.
Do you think we've been to the moon?
You know what? Now I'm on the backtrack of that because of shit that I've been seeing and like. Now I'm like on the. You know what? I think we did not. I think that shit was all made up or put it. Now I'm starting to become a non-believer that we had landed, dude.
Do you think it was because it's not possible? Or do you think that was just the Cold War and somebody needed to land on the moon and we faked the whole thing as a country?
I think that right there. I think we because of the Cold War and we just needed to fucking up who it is that we're going against, which is what, Russia, USSR back then?
Right.
I think we did that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we did that.
Or did we fucking actually land, discover some things, saw some things, and then we were told, you guys can't come back. I don't know.
You heard of the dark side of the moon?
I've heard, yeah.
That there's actually something on the other side.
That's what they say.
Because we only see
what we see.
Yeah, and it's only one side of the moon that we see. So the moon never turns, right?
Right.
It's only the same fucking face that we see all the time. So I don't know, man. How deep do you want to get into this conversation?
I got all night. Right? Anybody who wants to follow it and keep hearing it, they will. If they won't, they'll tune it out. But
oh man. So no, I think I'm trying to think that we did not land on the moon. And you might be right. Maybe there's something on the other side that they said, hey, you know what? If we did, don't come back.
Right. Are you religious?
Am I religious? I'm not heavily religious, man. I'm not like, you know, we're Mexican, you and I,
Right.
you know, Catholic. You
Right.
know, I'm not heavily into that. More, I think I transitioned more into a spiritual.
Okay.
But I do believe in higher being.
Mm-hmm.
But in all, you know, I don't believe in the church.
Right. Okay.
I
I'm
don't,
there with you.
you know,
Um, my problem's not with God.
yeah.
My problem's with religion.
Oh, I don't have a problem with religion. I just don't believe in it.
See,
Because
that's my problem.
it's,
That I don't believe it. I guess.
it's not, well, I respect what you're saying. I'm just saying, me
Mhm.
personally, I don't believe what they say because it's something that's been manufactured to benefit them and manipulate the masses to their benefit.
Right.
And I think everything has been twisted along so much already that whoever follows that is like, okay, they're like their little, you know, cheap.
Yeah.
You know, whatnot, but everybody has their own opinion. But
Right.
for me personally, man, I think I've came to a conclusion where now, you know what, I'm gonna do my own research. I'm gonna do
Mhm.
my own reading. I'm gonna read the Torah if I have to. I'm gonna read the fucking the other book or this book X, Y, and Z, and you know, kind of like see myself instead of just sitting in front of a priest and just yeah,
Mhm.
okay, you know.
Speaking of those books, what books have you looked into? Right. Like.
I haven't read the Torah.
Okay.
I'm just
So.
saying. So like the Bible, yeah,
Mhm.
we read the Bible. So more than a Catholic would.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. I get you on that. That's what started my journey on it.
Yeah.
I read the Old Testament
Mhm.
and I read some of the New Testament, and I'll probably finish the New Testament sometime next year.
Yeah.
Just to get the full scope of the stories. But I've also looked into the Quran,
Yeah.
Hinduism.
Yeah.
I'm currently watching like a podcast episode or series, I should say, on the Mahabharata. I don't know if you ever heard of that.
Is that Indian?
Yeah. It's the oldest epic. So I think it's like 7 times as long as the Iliad and Homer's Odyssey put together. So it's a hell of a story. And one thing that I've noticed through everything that I've read, the characters are the same, the names change. Like, it's weird.
And you know, going into that, what you're saying is that if you look into if you look into deep enough what we know of,
Right.
like from the Bible, actually they had said that Jesus learned a lot of what he knew because he traveled to India during the years that. So there's a time gap, right, that we know when we read the Bible of him being a child.
Right, at 12 years old.
And then he jumps to where we read into it again, 33 or something.
30. He comes out of Egypt at 31, I think.
So in between that time frame, it is said that he traveled,
right,
and went and learned from the monks,
right,
and wherever over there.
So
learned a lot of that. You know.
The story is he went to Egypt to learn the Egyptian mysteries.
Okay.
From there, there's evidence that suggests that he went to India to learn healing. I think it's I forget the Richi or something like that. Some type of healing and other things. And then the Bible itself says, you know, my son comes out of Egypt. So like I think he went back to Egypt once he learned and chi healing is what it was in India, and that could be something, right? Like, so have you heard of the Anunnaki?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So are you?
I think I made a comment on one thing with you in it on Facebook.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Do you believe in the Anunnaki story, or I shouldn't say do you believe in it, but are you like?
I'm intrigued by it.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm in the same place.
It catches my attention.
Right.
So like once I start listening to that and it makes me think like, okay, so we're at a deeper level. Have I been talking like this the whole time?
A little bit.
So we're in a deeper level. test. Deeper level of thinking about what we've been taught, you know, from early beginnings. And it's like, damn, okay. All this about the Anunnaki is just wild, man. You know how we, yeah. I think myself personally that we come from a higher being, but the way they put it is like, all right, you know, this took place and this took place and they made us, and it's just wild, man. How I don't know what that dude's name, but he goes all into it and shit.
The guy who's teaching it.
The guy he's come out on the podcast. I think he came out with Joe Rogan too.
Oh, you're talking about Billy Carson?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's someone I follow. I ended up getting tickets to go see him. My boss is like, hey, you want to go? Yeah. He's like, good, because I already got his VIP tickets. I was like, oh shit. I was like, yeah.
That's
and
nice, dude.
that was a good experience for me.
It's a little wild.
Yeah.
How he, you know, what he says.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's better to hear like perspectives.
Right.
So
I don't know, man. Like, after seeing the story and all the other research I've done, if I'm gonna lean towards anything in what I believe, I think that story makes a little more sense the more and more I dig, and that's hard to accept it. You know, like,
the part of it is that we've been conditioned
programmed
to understand things only one way, and that's the way across the board. So when you hear stuff like that, you're like, oh shit, damn, what if, you know? And it is like, brings light to so much other shit, you know. Like, you look at the world a little different, you know.
Right.
You think about yourself a little different. You're like, damn, because, you know, what are we? We're fucking energy.
Yeah.
Essentially, we're energy that when we die, it's like, what happens to us, right?
Right.
They said we have a soul. Okay, so that soul goes where, and what does it do, and
what's the purpose? Yeah.
Right? So,
I became more open to the Anunnaki story after ayahuasca.
okay.
And after, have you tried shrooms, mushrooms, magic mushrooms?
Have I? No.
Yeah.
I've done like, I mean, your basic stuff, man. Yeah. What's that? The gummy stuff like that. But I've never really went into. I want to, you know, wouldn't
psychedelics.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to going into that experience and learning.
Right.
You know.
Right.
What it's about.
Right.
I think there's a benefit to it, as you may.
Yeah.
You know, you may say yourself.
I'm a big advocate for psychedelics, big time. I started with mushrooms first, before I did the ayahuasca, and people think I'm crazy, bro. Like, oh, the guy does mushrooms and whatever. Like, but I've never felt more in tune with myself till I started like a psychedelic journey, and it's also one of those things where I can't do it daily. I feel like, oh, people get addicted to it. Ain't no fucking way you're getting addicted to psychedelics, man. Like, it's hard.
To mushrooms?
Yeah, even to mushrooms, ayahuasca, LSD.
That's not a man-made drug, right?
Right, it's fungi.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's not an addictive.
Right.
Drug. It's something that's natural out there that just opens up something inside of you. Like,
I don't see any. And I think it's research that there's no addictive properties into it. And some people say, oh, the ayahuasca, you're going to get addicted to it. I fucking dare you to try. Like, it's so hard, bro. Like, ayahuasca is probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, dude. It's a roller coaster. You're throwing up. The taste of it's disgusting. It's
so how
crazy.
was that? I didn't see how you got how you took it in. How was it? Was it a smoke? Was it snort?
No. So ayahuasca is a brew. Es un como un té, right?
Okay.
And you're probably taking about a good 6 to 8 ounces of it, una copita way, and you take it. It tastes like dirt and leaves. It tastes like nature, bro.
Okay.
Because I mean that's where it's coming from, right? Like
that's the derivative of it.
Yeah, it's
leaves?
like the roots and leaves and
some shit from the Amazon. Is that
right.
where it comes?
Yeah, something like that. But
because you said you did a toad. You said you.
Yeah, the toad. It's another one. But ayahuasca it's a plant, bro. But you got to mix 2 plants. One that has a DMT in it, and the other one will extract it out, right? And then you drink the tea, and that thing does things to you, bro. Like That shit's real. I went to a different dimension, dude.
I believe you. I
Like-
believe you. How did you take the toad? Because I
That one, they have the poison, the whatever the.
it's the secretion of the toad.
There you go.
Yeah.
And what the lady did, she like dipped it in like, I don't know, like it was burning, un palito que estaba, and then she pokes you with it, right? Puts like seven on your arm. It's one of the ways to take it, right?
Okay.
And then that does like it cleanses your body. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not an hour trip either or 2 hour trip. It's like a 15-minute thing, right?
Okay.
And then you come out of that, and then like I would take the ayahuasca afterwards. And then if you're taking the ayahuasca, you can. It's called rape. It's this thing they snort up your nose, and that just elevates everything. But you know, there's levels to the game, bro. Like,
Damn, you keep going further with it.
yeah,
man.
it's a different world, bro, and it's. But at no time did I ever feel like it was a new world either. It was a place I've been there, you know. So something to put out there, and if you get a chance, man, like definitely look into it. Maybe do it. I think it'll benefit you a lot.
You say that like este bonito algo, no le llames.
But I always say that to everybody.
Okay, man, okay.
Like I think we all kind of have something inside of us that we need to fix, right? Or maybe not even fix, but there's childhood traumas out there, bro, that you don't even think of.
That's a fact. I mean, we're all like, believe it or not, we're all a little fucked up.
Yeah. I
No
agree.
matter what, we're all a little fucked up. That's how we are. We're human, and then we're all like that, you know. But you know what makes it even more is the experience that you've been put through, being whatnot, you know, in life. But I'm not opposed to not ayahuasca yet. I think I'll start with peyote.
Peyote?
Yeah.
So here's my experience with peyote,
Okay.
ayahuasca, all that.
Yeah.
What would I do? So peyote is a masculine plant. It's stronger. It's more focused. It's disciplined. It's hard. Ayahuasca is like, it's a female energy of a plant. So it's more nurturing. It's more caring. It takes care of you in a different kind of way.
Okay. So
So-
explain to me what your experience was with the
Peyote?
peyote.
It was intense, but I felt that I was reflecting, but it was a hard reflect, right? Like it's like, and then I guess in my peyote experience, I didn't like it, like
Okay.
I didn't like the whole because I went and did it in Huntsville with some like Native American people or whatever.
Huntsville?
In Huntsville, Texas, yeah.
Okay.
And I went into a teepee with like, it was probably like 15, 16 Native Americans, maybe 3 civilians, right? Like me, like some,
Oh shit.
and I think what kind of, I'll put it out there. I think what got me in a bad mood was the way they were putting down the guest, right? Like you're not a Native American, like you're here, and like they felt like the shaman was kind of like dogging us, bro, like looking down upon us, right? Like, and well, you're there to get the experience, so you're not gonna fucking say anything, right? You're just gonna and the whole time was actually putting down anyone who wasn't a Native American. That's how I felt. So I think it put me in a bad mood, and maybe that's what made the experience not so good. Maybe it was just a setting, you know.
Putting down like they were talking like actual shit to you
Yeah,
guys?
because
the way they were treating you.
Right, the way they were treating us, bro. Like,
You're a guest here.
right.
You're not from.
Right,
here.
right. It's like they weren't welcoming. And I get it, you know, like I'm trying to experience their tradition, culture, and all that. And I'm grateful that I got the experience, but if I'm going to invite somebody over, and I'm going to let others come into my circle of this cultural thing that I'm doing, then I'm going to make you feel as comfortable as I can, right? So that you get a better experience from it. And that's just my take on it, right? And I don't feel like I got that. So that's probably why my peyote experience wasn't as good as my ayahuasca. In the ayahuasca, the shaman there, man, I felt so comfortable, man. Like he welcomed you, like you're part of them, you know. Like so when I went to Colombia to do it, probably about 20 something local people doing it, and maybe like 4 or 5 travelers. So like that's when I knew like, oh, this is a good spot. So yeah, that's the difference. But if I think peyote and ayahuasca, they're both as strong.
Okay.
Just got to pick which one you want.
I'm gonna take your word for it. And that the thing about it is, people don't do this. If you ever go, it's like Big Bend.
Mm-hmm.
It's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's natural. It's growing. It's there. So if you look for it, you're gonna find it.
Yeah. It's like magic mushrooms. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Because I think it comes from a cacti. Is that what it is? Yeah. The form I was taking, it was like a white powder, and you would like get a spoonful, eat it, and you wash it down with water, and it was strong, bro.
Like puts in your ass strong. Okay.
Not so much. Ayahuasca did though.
Ayahuasca did.
And with the peyote, I felt like I was in control as far as my body went. Like the shaman had a fire inside the teepee, and you're just like they're playing their drums and their cultural music, and you're staring into the fire, and you're just, you're.
That seems nice, man.
Yeah.
So the Native Americans weren't doing that shit.
No, they were. So at 45 minutes, they'll rearrange the fire and the coals, and the shaman will speak for about 10, 15 minutes, give his take on life. He'll give a little message. But every time that he said the message, I just felt like it was putting down the normal guy, right? That's not a Native American. You know what I mean? Like, and I get it. Like, they're proud. They're Native Americans. They're introducing this to the rest of us now. But if you're going to be a host, then host, make people feel welcome.
Yeah.
Like, that's my whole thing, man. Like, the hospitality was not what I thought it would be. I think that's.
Did you go and leave a Yelp review?
No shit. But, I mean, they're taking our money. Like,
yeah. No, I feel like they can't be like what you're expressing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I feel like it can be assholish.
Yeah.
That's new, man. I didn't know it was like so close where you can go and have someone give you that experience.
Yeah. Something to look at too, man. Something to look into. But
were you in Colombia? Were they speaking Spanish or were they speaking their tongue? Because they have
both. Yeah. So to the public in like I guess addressing you and all that. It's all.
I just want to clarify the native people from Colombia, not the actual.
Right. Yeah, the natives, because that's where it's from. They're
the Amazonians, technically.
Technically, yeah. And but when they start, like when they're like, when you're laid out and you're in the trance, like they are kind of they're speaking their tongue amongst each other, and they're like doing their rituals, right? Like to make sure you have a good experience. I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like that.
That seems pretty dope, man.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna take a pause. We'll be right back. We're gonna do a little restroom break real quick, and then we'll be right back. Okay.
Here we go.
All right, everybody, welcome back. The break is over. We're good now. Take a little restroom break.
Yes, sir.
You drink a little bit, kind of. So, one thing I did want to comment to the viewers, why I think having these type of podcast conversations are important, like in a mental health kind of way, right? So, I don't know about you, but like for me, I have a lot of these conversations, like real, like deep, even off the podcast. Are you doing that, or like how would you rate your relationships with other people, right? Whether it be your mom, your dad, like friends. Do you go deep into conversations, or is it like only with some people, or how do you view that? Like, how do you go about it?
It depends on the person, man. It depends on the person. If they have conversations, not to talk down on anybody. It's like not just anybody can come to you and have this type of level of conversation, deep conversations about stuff like you do. I do have like a couple of friends that I have deep conversations with, and we get really deep into shit. You know, I may not seem like people that don't know me that there's a lot of shit that I know, people that the people don't know that I know.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if that makes any sense. But anyways, yeah, I have friends that I get, like we're talking, about
Anything.
anything. But I mean, I can go down the rabbit hole on any fucking topic. It depends, if that other person también tiene, they can go in that train of thought with me,
Right.
where we can like exchange ideas and exchange thoughts and have that. So
Yeah, even if you don't agree, right? Like that's besides the fucking point. At most times for me, like we don't have to agree on stuff, but I want to hear your point of view, right? Like, and I think that's important with a lot of people, like to get to that point.
Right, I want to know the way you think.
Right.
So yeah, that's because I'm pretty forward, man. I've been told, and I was told today, hey man, you're really forward. I'm like, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I express, a lot of what I'm thinking. I say it out loud before I kind of process shit, and sometimes that gets me in trouble.
Right.
So,
for sure. Yeah.
So no, but there's only people. It depends on who I'm talking to. I know who to talk to like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you definitely. I'm like you. I'm a person that likes to know what's your opinion on this. What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
That way I can compare it to mine.
Gotcha.
And learn from that. If I can take something away from what you say and gain to my knowledge, man, that's a plus.
Right.
So,
how is your relationship with your parents?
it's good, man. It's good. I have them both and all. It is what it is, my dad, he's been there, like he's always been like the provider, and my mom's always been like the homemaker, and like anything, I mean, I can't say that I have like as cool as relationship like you do with your dad, and it's more or less because I'm a whole different person, man, than my dad. So I mean, I could say that we're good as a family, but I don't have that kick it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I wasn't brought up as his friend.
Okay.
I was brought up as his son.
Gotcha.
Which it is what it is. A lot of it has to do with who I am today because, I could have been a fucking deadbeat.
Right.
If he would have been anybody, if he would have been something different, and I would have been like running around doing bullshit. But I think the things that I did, like las chingaderías que vivo ahí con ustedes a las pedas. I'm saying that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. That's a coming of age experience. But yeah, and all is like. It's a father figure. It is what it is, and we're cool, man. I work with the guy. Yeah, my dad. Yeah. So, but we're not friends. Like we can relate like you do with like, hey, let's have beers.
Do you think you could get it to that level?
No, because I wouldn't look for that, man. I respect each other. Like I respect anybody else's, like your way of doing things with your dad. Your dad's pretty cool, man, by the way.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't because my dad's different, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
My dad's different.
This is a hard one to ask, but let's put a situation out there. Boom. Jaime has an 8-year-old son.
Yeah.
How would you be? Would you be the same exact way you were taught, or would you change in your own style? I mean, we all have our own style of being a person, right? I get that. How would you view it? Would you like to have a son or a daughter that we're in the Southeast.
It's the full experience, guys.
Yeah, you hear sirens. There'll be gunshots here in a bit.
No.
But what kind of relationship do you think you would have as a father?
Definitely different, dude. Yeah. Definitely different. My dad was more with the authoritarian, which is good, man. Which is good. You have to have an authoritarian figure.
Mm-hmm.
But It would be different, dude. Definitely, it would be different. There's things that I know he like said.
Yeah.
I know he acknowledges that he missed out on
Mm-hmm.
because, and I don't blame him. He's done a lot, dude, and a lot more than any other. I'm gonna say it, dude. A lot
Mhm.
more than any other father would do in their lifetime.
Right,
know,
right.
with what he's achieved as a person to from Mexico.
Mhm.
He's done quite well for himself.
Right.
But it all has its pros and cons. You
Absolutely.
do all this, so he wasn't really involved in like us, like in the sports and shit like that. He was the man that was the provider. That's what he focused on, being the provider, setting these things and running his show, running his business, just ranchos,
Mm-hmm.
shit like that, bro.
Right.
And I get it. It's cool.
Do you think it's a cultural thing? Do you think it's a Latino, Mexican?
No, that's just him.
That's just him.
That's just him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's different, dude. He's different from your average Mexican dad.
Yeah.
We come from that culture, but he's
Right.
it's just a different process. This man is in a different level of thought process. He's an entrepreneur. Let's
Gotcha.
put it that way.
Yeah.
So he focused a lot of his things on that and making sure that we were taken care of.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that we grew up wealthy or nothing, but he just was focused on those things, then
Mhm.
being our friend,
Okay.
and hanging out with us and shit like that. He was our father figure. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what it came down
Gotcha.
to. So, but for me personally, I would do things different, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. If I had a kid, get him in sports or whatnot, and be more involved. It didn't affect me in any way.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm still a good person, but as far as the relationship that I have with him, it's different. We're not friends. He's my father. He's my dad. Cool. Respect him. And then that's the way it goes.
That's crazy, man. Like, I guess it makes me feel that much more grateful, right? And I'm not saying your dad did the wrong thing. I'm not saying that. No, it's not. I'm not trying to put down in any kind of way. I'm not like that. But I guess I was just shown a different world, bro. Like, in like I have a problem. Apa, mira, boom, 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 boom. I fucking let it all out with that dude and my mom, bro. It's the same shit for us, right? Like,
Yeah.
And the more I travel, the more I meet people, the more I like. It's not common, right? Like it's.
Okay.
But I think that's what. I think we touched about it earlier, where I think it makes me who I am with my daughters too, right? Like.
No, that's. I mean, ultimately, you set your own person.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. Your person is not a derivative of. It can be, but it's not a derivative of who your dad is or who your mom is. You just get those good. Growing up, you get those good
Foundation.
Yeah. I've seen things a little different like you did. You experienced it. Like you saw things a little different with your parents. I mean, I saw things different with my parents, or my dad especially. So, but as a person, it does not make me. I'm gonna be like him.
Right.
It's like, nah. I have my own fucking. I'm my own world, man.
Right.
And I've always been different from him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like he knows that. Hey, yo soy mi propio mundo. Yo hago mi
Right.
propio pedo. But I'm glad that he showed me, hey, this is business, and
Yeah.
this is how you. That's one thing I learned.
Yeah.
This is how to handle business.
Right.
So, and see, that way no me pedo. I mean, I could talk to him like you said, you would talk to your dad. I could talk to him like, yeah, tengo un problema, pues, este pedo, pero así que compas de que vamos a pistear.
Really?
But, yeah.
God dang, dude, that's
Nah.
like my dad might be the only motherfucker that,
I'm telling you, but I mean, this is from me telling you. Your dad is different. Your dad's cool, man. It's your dad puts a different touch to it, from what I hear.
Right. Yeah, it's and I guess for some people looking in, right, because they're outside of it, they're like, You guys are fucked up, right? Like, all his kids are fucking crazy, right?
I'm not gonna say shit, bro. But you guys are good people.
Right. I think he let us be us. And he fucking was okay with us being us. Like,
Yeah.
and I mean, I pretty much stopped having rules at the age of 15. There was 3 things my dad told me, like, don't steal.
Yeah.
Just don't steal. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah.
And don't be part of a fucking gang. Like stand for yourself, stand alone. If you know, stand with your friends, your cousins, but it's not about being in gang. Other than that, you got it.
Yeah.
And I felt like a lot of us were the same way, you know, like
no seas drogadicto, no hagas droga, no quiero problemas, que me tantos problemas, you know.
And he sent us out to the world and go, whatever the fuck you want to get into, I'll back you up. I don't give a fuck. You get fucked up somewhere, call me. I'll go get you. And like, for like my old man to say something like that to me was like, all right. I guess he gave me the confidence to go do anything in the world. And I've been doing it. My whole life has been an adventure, bro. Like, looking back now, I'm creeping up on 40.
Yeah.
I crave the adventure of life, man. Like, it's a good way to live. I feel it's been so good, man. Like, I can't complain either. Even being rock bottom. There's something to be said about being rock bottom, and you gotta enjoy it, bro. And it's weird, right, for somebody to say, cuando llegas hasta abajo, güey, saboreate todo ese pinche dolor, güey. It's good for you. It's you're gonna get out of it, hopefully, right? Like,
man.
You know, and it's gonna help you for the rest of your life. Like, all this fucked up things you went through, and you know, I went through some rough times, bro, and I still feel like I'm still going through something, right? Like, we all are, bro. Like,
it's a learning process, man. We're in it for the long run. But what I can tell you is that, man, we're good, man.
Yeah.
We're good.
Like, this is how long ago did you move into this house? You said like a year ago?
Yeah.
It's a nice house, bro. Like,
no nada, hombre.
But it's yours, right? Like, it's
no vivo in like those gated communities and shit like that. You said it right now. I'm in the hood. You're gonna hear some gunshots right now, bro.
But we're used to it, bro. For somebody on the, like, that isn't from a big city like us from Houston, like, it's scary to them, right? Like, oh shit, like, Houston's a bad, and it is a bad place, but you got to learn how to move around this place.
I mean, you tell me, brother. You were in law enforcement
in
this city.
You learn how to move around. You know where you can go and you know where you can't.
Yeah.
There's pockets. Me and you can't walk around at night based on our skin color, right? Like, and it happens to them as well.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is.
Well,
I mean, we'll probably never make it to River Oaks, but I'll go trick or treating in that motherfucker, you know.
No, hombre, lost my train of thought. No, well, going back to it's just the way we were raised, you know. I think we were raised similarly with values, like Mexican values, you know. Well, the approach to some things are a little different.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you ask amongst your cousins, obviously you guys are going to stand out the way you got fathered by, you know, your dad. You know, I'm sure your deals did it a little different.
Yeah. Everybody's got their style.
Right. So that's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, your cousins, their dads were a little different with them, you know, than how they were raised. They're going to say the same thing I'm saying to you.
Or maybe my dad's just the craziest motherfucker everybody knew, right?
I've heard some stories. I've heard some stories. No, he's a hell of a guy, man. I met the man, you know, and I'll talk to him, and I would like to sit down with them and drink it up, actually. Yeah. And hear some of his stories, and, you know.
I tell you what, man, I'll get another mic. We'll do a little podcast. Dude, so one of my friends, I've known her since like 6th grade, and she sent me a message the other day, and she's like, "Hey, I just saw your podcast with your dad. Like, your dad could be a pinche locutor on a fucking mic. Like, that guy's good on the mic, you know."
No, he's good.
He's good.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
He's a natural. He's natural.
Yeah, he's natural. Yeah, that's the thing that I caught on, like, right away. He's a natural speaker.
Yeah.
Tiene carisma. Está liviano para hablar.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And that was one of my favorite podcasts, dude. Just chilling with it. I had another, like, one of my friends who reached out. He said, "You know what? He's like, in that hour and a half that you talked to your dad, you spoke to him more than I've ever talked to my dad my entire life.
That's a good relationship you guys have. That's a really good relationship.
Dude, that one, like, when he told me that, dude, and like, and I asked him the same thing, like, do you think you could have that now? Can you work out? He's like, I can't. It's not possible. He's like, but that's how my relationship is gonna be. That's what it is. And I saw it and I heard it, and I was like, man, that's the reality for a lot of people. And I'm not saying it's a bad one. I'm just saying that's just, maybe I'm lucky, right? Like, to have that type of relationship, or I don't see him as my dad, bro. Like, I don't. Like, he's my best friend, dude. Like, that's crazy, man. Like, we'll call each other and just talk about cars. Like, oh, what about this, that, and the other. Like, he gets so happy to see my my grandkids, his grandkids, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's a special thing, but he's gonna die, bro. Like, our parents are getting old.
Damn, that's like that was pretty straight to the point.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's real.
We're all going there. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, we're all going.
And
there.
they're a lot closer.
That's that. Okay, I see where you're going.
You know what I mean? Like,
I see where you're going with it.
And I'm gonna be okay when that time comes, and I gotta, like, say bye and bury him and all that. Like, I don't think I'm gonna miss him, but maybe not like the way other people miss their dads. And you're probably like, well, what the fuck? Like, how, why or what? Like, because I've lived it with him, man. Like the same talks about the moon and the Anunnaki and religion, and we do deep dives, me and my dad. We'll go into this shit. Like, he's a boy, bro. Like, at the end of the day, like, when he's gone, he's never gonna fully be gone. He lives inside, man. Like, and I feel that about my mom and my dad. Like I don't want to see them die, but I know it's coming. I know it's coming, and that's hard, man. Like,
yeah. It's like you've lost. I mean, obviously we had our grandparents go. Right. I don't know if you and your kids, yeah, but I have. It's like, no longer see him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, what hit me the other day, man? Because they had their ofrenda at the house, and I went to go see my parents, and then I saw them seeing their parents, and they're in a picture, bro. And that.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like, I came to see my dad. My dad can't do that no more. Right? I came to see my mom. She can't do that no more. They're going to see their parents on a picture now. That's how they get it, And then I start thinking to myself, man, who knows how many more years away till that happens for me, right?
Yeah.
And so to me, it's real important that my dad gets to see me, gets to see my daughters, and I want my parents to know that I'm living good. I'm in a good mental state. I'm happy doing everything that I want to do, and I'm gonna enjoy them. I don't know, man. Like, it's always a touchy subject, bro. Like, death, right? Nobody wants to talk about it. I could die. Fuck, you could die.
You never know.
Yeah,
you never know what's in the cards for us. So,
makes you believe in the afterlife?
Huh? Do I believe in the afterlife? Like, go to heaven?
Yeah, or hell,
or no. Wait, let me rephrase that. Do I believe in it? I think their spirit lives on. I don't know how do you feel about that because like us Latinos believe in like ofrendas and stuff like that. And ¿por qué? Because we think that they go to this next phase of, they're in the spirit world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they're here with us, so to speak,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In spirit. Do you believe in the guardian angel? Do you think you have, like, do you feel like that there's a thing for you, or your grandparents are watching over you, and there's been some shit that you kind of been like, oh fuck, that was that was close, but you know, I felt like something was there to protect me. Or
100%.
okay.
But I also think, and this is just me, we create our own guardian angels, right? Like I know people say, no, they're assigned to you. We create them in our own mind. And I'll tell you, like, my perspective on it.
Okay.
When things got rough overseas, it's like I thought, because I was real close to my grandpa on my dad's side, right? And it was weird because if I dreamed of him tonight, and I knew something's going to go down tomorrow, like I got to be even more ready. Like it was kind of like like he was telling me, hey, like tomorrow's going to be a rough day. Be ready for it. So I don't know if I created that or he really is just the guardian angel for me, right? But I know they exist. I just don't know how like they start or is it our own minds, you know, or is it like something real? But definitely, like, the more I think about it, like maybe it's real, dude. Like maybe there are guardian angels, right? Like the spirit world comes and helps us. But then I like to think I just want them to not. There was a time where I came to a point where I said, I don't need you no more. Like, not like that. I want you to, like, go rest, man. Like, I'm good now. Does that make sense to you or no? Like maybe it was just me holding on. Like, because my grandpa died when I was 17. I was in the shit at 18, 19. So it was real recent for me. And then after the military, I said, you know what? I let you go. That's it. I let you go. It's good. You've took care of me this much. Go do what you have to do in your own spirit world. And that might be a thing. I don't know. That's the way I looked at it. And I let him go. And I did it maybe for him. You know, like stop worrying about me. You know, I got this. You know, like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing or not. Like, that's my perspective on it. What do you think? Do you think you have a guardian angel?
So let me ask you this to answer that. Little taboo, man. Have you ever had your cards read?
Yeah.
All right. So that comes up,
Mm-hmm.
right? Stuff like that comes up whenever you go to these places.
Mm-hmm.
Tarot readings.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, I mean, they tell me all the time, "Hey, man, you have someone with you, and they're protecting you." So they
Mhm.
tell me, like, yeah, you have a big
Protection.
protector, yeah, over you. Like, oh, está bueno, pues sí. I've been around some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was not. First of all, what the hell was I doing there? For instance, I know I may be saying a little too much, but I was in Mexico. I was in one of those border towns. Let's put it like that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with a group of friends. We all went there, hanging out, right? Andamos, and then these people pull up to us. Hey, ¿qué onda? ¿Qué son ustedes? Someone looked in and like, damn, granadas, todo el pedo. But you know who they are.
Right.
It's like, damn. Nosotros ahí como si nada. Like, people were like, from there, you know, from there. Locals también, and like, pues también ahí viven.
Right.
But those people just happened to be there too. They came to check on what was going on. Y pues estábamos pisteando nosotros y todo el jale. Imagínate que te caigan ahí. No, pues, like, hey, no, estamos calmados aquí, bien, somos de aquí, por ahí, ¿verdad? It's like, all right. And we were young, dude. We were like 21. I think we were 20. Estábamos chavalos, bien chavalos. So we were just having a good time, being from wherever, you know. Y that could have been something way different,
Right.
you know. And I feel like there and then it's like, all right, something right there said, all right, you know what, that I'm watching over you, and ya como si nada,
Right.
papá se fueron, like, all right, no, te cagan el palo,
Right.
you know. Y That's one of the experiences I've had that I'm like, oh shit, you know.
Somebody's
Okay,
watching.
pudo estar cabrón aquí el pedo.
Right.
Yeah, could have been different.
But
But like I said, we were just kids, just drinking it up, and it happened to be, you know, the wrong place, man. What the hell was I doing there? I had fucking no clue. I was young.
Una pinche peda, güey.
And yeah, pues.
Yo, same story. Yo comencé, güey. Estábamos pisteando yo y un camarada, un compadre mío, güey. He baptized my little one. And this is before we went to the Marine Corps. We were in high school. And we started drinking like 5 p.m. on a Friday. We shotgun like a couple of beers, right? Y dice el vato, what should we do? Vámonos, güey. Go to Mexico. Dice, okay, vámonos. We went to Nuevo Laredo, güey. Fue su madre, güey. That was a fucking experience. And that was like 2002. And we didn't know, but apparently we were like one of the, not a good place to be at.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I believe people watch over us for sure. Our loved ones.
Could have been, yeah. You know, it's well, that's going back to you know, having a guardian angel and whatnot. That's one of the experiences where I look back and I'm like, yeah, someone was definitely protecting over me
For sure.
No, but you know, when you get your tarot, if you go do that, you know, you read. Which I was curious. I'm like, pues vamos a ver qué pedo, you know, y qué onda, porque ando un poco salado.
Right.
Vamos a ver qué onda. No, pues, you know, they tell you, hey, you have loved ones that watch over you, and you have someone special with you all the time. I'm like, oh, está bueno. And like, I kind of know who it is, you know. So I'm like, all right, está bueno. I don't have like what you have, like that you did, dreamt up, you grandpa like that, but yeah.
I think you work at it. So something you don't know about me, I throw tarot cards.
Oh.
Yeah.
¿A poco?
Yeah.
¿Cuándo se te dio el don?
Let me tell you all that.
No, hombre, hasta me saliste.
Hasta brujos.
Me saliste chamán.
So, yo tengo una maestra, güey. And me enseñó muchas cosas, güey, from the spiritual world.
Maestra, when you say maestra, ¿a qué te refieres?
Esta mujer, she's 80-something years old. She's been in the spiritual world of doing like tarot readings, helping people heal, right? So I kind of, you know, man, our culture, ve ver a alguien and te va a ayudar con el dolor que traes aquí or whatever, you know, whatever.
She's a friend of a friend, or what is this?
Yeah, kind of. And I started kind of just dealing with the tarot now. People throw tarot and people say they're looking at the future. No, I don't think so. Here's what I think the tarot is. The tarot allows me to go from the cards, from my third eye, into the cards, back into your third eye. And it's not that I'm seeing the future. Maybe I'm seeing your vision. Maybe I can tap into what you see, right? In another higher dimension. And the cards help me put the story together. I've tried it with a few people, and a lot of it's been spot on for them. So they say, right? Like, I mean, and I don't charge people anything. It's more of a kind of like a hobby. It works for people. People have told me I've gotten good feedback. Do I 100% believe in it? I think so. I think there's something to be said in the mysteries of the... Remember, the tarot was brought down by the fallen angels, right? Like, if you refer to the story in the book of Enoch and all that, like, the fallen angels taught mankind a lot of things. Astrology is a big thing.
So these are spirits, remember?
Right.
Okay.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So
like,
what do you take of it when you say that? Do you think it's a good thing or bad thing? And how do you see the fallen angels as?
I think it's a good thing.
So you see the fallen angels as a good thing?
Yeah, I really do.
So because they're the opposition from what we've been taught.
Well, what we've been told.
Okay.
What if they're giving us knowledge? Think about it. Adam and Eve, you know, like Adam and Eve. Eve ate the apple. Where did she eat it from? What tree? Do you know?
No.
The tree of knowledge.
Oh, okay. I thought you were giving me a trick question. Okay.
No. The tree of knowledge, and there was another tree in there. Which one was that? The tree of life. She ate from the tree of knowledge, right? Supposedly a serpent came, talked to her, told her, you eat the apple, you're going to, like, know knowledge, right? So, but that serpent was supposedly Satan, right? According to the Bible.
The Bible, yeah.
Right. But what if it's not? What if it's like what we said earlier, like, we've been programmed in a certain way, and what better way to program you than by a book, right? Now, how was Christianity spread?
That was a spread?
Yeah, how was it spread in the beginning?
Fucking massacre.
Right.
Fucking,
the Christian Crusade,
yeah,
right?
the Crusade, yeah.
How many people died over that? Oh, you don't believe? You die.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't believe? Your whole fucking town dies.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't believe? Your whole country, we kill it. Do you think God really would do that? Because it says it in the Bible, right? Like, he commands Moses to go take that town or go kill everyone there. It's in the Bible. I'm not making it up, right? Like, do you really think your God would do that? And then people will turn around and say, no, if God wanted it that way, then that's the way God wanted it. Like, I believe 100%. That, to me, just doesn't make sense, bro. Like, if my God's all good, loving, caring, we're all children of God, right?
Yeah.
How could he do that, right? Like, who's killed more people in the Bible, God or Satan?
Christians?
God has killed more people in the Bible, bro. And I'm not gonna, and I'm not. If I lose people on this, and I'm just saying, based on what I've read and the research I've done, according to the Bible, God has done.
I'll take that back. What did I say? Christians?
It's just what the Bible says. Like, if you take a tally of it, God's killed a lot of people in the Bible. Now, that's the Old Testament, right?
Yeah.
And then Jesus came. The New Testament, right?
Yeah.
Or new way of life, new teachings. There's a lot of contradiction between the New Testament and the Old Testament, right? New rules, new covenant. Everything was new now. Is it because we're in the age of Pisces, where it's the age of Jesus and his teachings and Christ? And so do you think Christ is coming back?
Damn good question. Damn. Okay. Do I think Christ is coming back? But damn, put me on the spot, man.
Right. So they say Jesus Christ is going to come back.
Right,
I think personally, Christ
came back already?
Well, it's Christ consciousness. It's when we all elevate to the same type of thought.
So when you hear that the Jews are preparing for the second coming of Christ, what do you think of that?
I think Christ is inside of us. And I think when we all collectively.
But you heard that they're getting ready, right, to build that temple,
right?
And they're taking X amount of cows,
right?
Whatever chosen way they took them or whatnot, and they have them over there now, and
right.
preparation for that,
right? And I'm 100% behind it, right? Like, if Christ will come back, but I don't think he's going to come back like that. I think it's us coming together as a world, like
new world order.
I think so. Kind of, in a way, right? Like, maybe once we all think on the same page and we all try to emulate what Christ did down here, that's when we all change. That's when we enter a new world. Maybe that was the whole plan from the beginning, to make heaven on earth. Like, that's the goal, right? Like, so it's for all of us to be Christ and have the same type of consciousness, bring Christ consciousness together. And that's the return of Christ, when we're all on the same page, not killing, not doing all these horrific fucking things that humans are doing, murders and war, and when we can all get on the same page, like a peaceful page, we all have Christ, and that makes Christ return, because we're all Christ. Christ is in us, right? Okay. God made us in his image, right? Like, so that's my point of view. Like, do I think he'll come back? Yeah. But it's not the way most people think. I don't think he's going to come down. He's going to come in from inside of us. And it's up to us to bring him back and think and act like we should. Emulate him. he was a teacher, teaching, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he ever wanted to be like this God figure. He never carried himself that way, right? According to the books that I've read, right? Just putting it out there. So do you think he's coming back as a person? And
I don't think it's. I don't think he's gonna come back as a person. I think it's more of
a spiritual
awakening,
vision?
a spiritual awakening.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I think it's more of on the level of that spiritual awakening for mankind.
And that's the return.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're on the same page on that then. Kind of.
How do you feel what's going on over there, speaking of, because of the...
I don't know enough to really form an opinion, to be honest.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know.
Could that be the brink of?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Because, you see how everything's churning now.
Right.
And they're, besides the U.S., they're turning against what's going on. Now there's a warrant for, what's his name, Netanyahu's arrest.
Yeah, and they're going to arrest him in Canada. There's been countries that come up. If he flies here, he's being arrested on the spot.
Yeah.
It could be it, man. I think we could be all awakening, but maybe we're moving to a new age, the age of Aquarius. Right? We're moving out of the age of Pisces and going into the age of Aquarius where...
Enlighten me. I'm trying to follow what you're saying.
So in the age of Aquarius, it's kind of like a new awakening. Like we are... What if we were exposed to every mystery in the world?
In what sense?
Like astrology, the spiritual world, government controls. What if we were told the truth? Like, look at the P. Diddy stuff going on, right? Like there's stuff we're about to uncover.
There's so much dirty shit that these highly privileged people out there have been doing and are doing, and it's just crazy.
Right. What if we're on the brink to fucking putting all that to a fucking stop? Because the Epstein list, that didn't come out. Right? People got protected, right? There's a lot of...
Why?
Right? Because there's high politicians, there's world leaders, there's all kinds of people involved with that. And I think the P. Diddy scandal is more of a celebrity thing, but I think they're all in the same, to be honest. And I think we're about to experience what's been happening behind the curtain, and everybody gets to see what's really been happening, and then it's up to all of us to make that transition to the new type of like protect the kids, protect all that. Like what if we're being introduced to a whole new world? We're going to a crypto world, right? Like the dollar's gonna fail, right? Like
things are certainly changing, man, and it's changing before our eyes. It's what do you think? What backs our dollar? What's your opinion?
Well, right now the Federal Reserve, right? That's what's backing it, right?
So it's not the military?
No.
The military's power?
I mean, yeah.
Think about the Federal Reserve is not a bank.
Right. It's not a reserve. It's a private institution, right?
Right. So how...
But that's what our fiat's backed by. The Federal Reserve, right? The notes. And we're so much in debt now.
But which is, if you think about it, which is...
It's military, yeah, I get it.
Nothing, right.
Right.
Which is nothing.
So that's why I think we're moving to a crypto world.
Backed by the most powerful thing in the world right now, which is our U.S. military. Right?
Right.
So
that's why Trump probably said we're going into a crypto market now. That he's been real big and open about it, right? Like crypto's the new fucking way.
Yeah.
So
what are we doing? We're just moving away from
we're getting
meaningless paper dollar to something different,
to a currency that's paperless. We're already experiencing it. When that check hits the bank, direct deposit, you got credits.
Yeah.
Right, so we're almost there.
Yeah, imagine how do you pay? How do most now transactions are made and they're only accepted as a form of what? Credit card. It's like no cash. They want you to do credit card only.
So, but that all requires fees,
Yeah.
right? So, with this new technology that's coming out there with blockchain, and if anybody's a crypto listener, then you know what XRP is about to do, or you're following Bitcoin. We're seeing Bitcoin at almost 100 G's a fucking coin now, and it's only going to get stronger, in my opinion. And what I think is going to happen, like the world's going to move to a digital currency.
So what kind of fucking books have you been reading, dude? Because you're like really, really like. Everybody that thinks Marines are dumb, no, man. This fucking dude's been doing something. He's reading books and shit. That's cool. No. I follow.
And I think that's what becomes the currency, right? Because what XRP really is, it's a bridge. Like a 3-second, I can have. We're already doing it. Look at Apple Pay. If I Apple Pay you $100 right now, you instantly get it in under 3 seconds. It's in your Apple Pay.
Yeah.
We're already using some of the technology.
Yeah.
Like it's already an Apple.
Yeah.
Like the infrastructure's been laid out.
Yeah.
Now it's a matter of getting everybody to go in. So right now the market cap that we're seeing in the crypto world is about $2 to $3 trillion. And now that's just retail investors coming in, like Buc-ee's. You're looking at like people that are accepting payment through Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Like you see more and more of it every day, right? And that's happening at the gas station. Some of them, right? Like now you can like trade Bitcoin at the gas station, at the ATM. Like it's going to start getting introduced to financial institutions, and that money's real money that's going to come in. So now you're looking at maybe another 13, 14 trillion coming in. That's going to make crypto. That's why crypto's hot right now. It's going to make everything come up. In my opinion, I don't know a lot about it, but
sounds like it, man.
What I've been kind of looking into and stuff. Now's the time to kind of get into it. I think XRP will be the next Bitcoin. I think it might even be better. Do you know for XRP, in order to have a wallet, do you know what a wallet is?
Mm-hmm.
A cold wallet and a hot wallet. So there's the exchange where
I don't, bro.
Okay. So the exchange is where you trade crypto. You buy it. It stays on the exchange. You can buy Ethereum, Bitcoin. You buy whatever the fuck you want, right? Solana, all these. There's a bunch of different cryptos.
Actually, Ethereum is the one that I've been following, and it just went up by like $500.
Yeah. So all these are traded on the exchange. If I make a purchase of say 600 coins, or 1,000 coins, 10,000 coins, and I leave it on the exchange, I run the risk of that exchange going tits up and I lose my money. So from there you move it to a hot wallet or a cold wallet. A hot wallet still connected to the internet. Cold wallet, it's on a thumb drive, and that's not connected to the internet, and you move that crypto to here. So for XRP, you have to have 10 XRP coins to even open a wallet. So, and just what I think is going to happen is this is going to be the new token that we're going to go to, like in my opinion, but I don't know, right? Like,
well, what is crypto backed by? I think you might have said it. I might have missed it.
I don't know. Like, I don't know enough of it to know what it's backed by, besides us fucking putting money in it, right? Like, and it could go tits up too, man. Like, that's a risk, you know.
What is the best investment you can make into something right now?
I mean, personally, I'd say go into Bitcoin. It's the coin, right?
Okay.
Right.
But you said it go tits up.
It can.
So here's folks, the good old bar of gold.
Right.
That's a secure fucking thing to do.
It is, and
that's never gonna go away.
Right.
That's in stone. That it's gonna hold its value. But it's a tangible thing. Yeah.
Hold that thought. We'll take a quick break. All right, so we're back. We left on the topic of like hard assets, right? Gold.
Yeah.
I get it.
I wasn't trying to counter what you're saying, what we're going, or what's the next thing
right
for currency.
Right.
I was just saying, don't put all your ducks into this new trend that we're going into. I was just going with, hey, well, what never goes away. It's not going to go away.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is hard assets, right? Gold,
Gold,
silver, all the other ones, copper. I agree.
There's been big fucking things happen over that, where some countries were trying to transition into, and they've been in part leveled by us, to prevent them from going into that route.
I in a perfect world, I would have crypto. I would have gold, silver, ammunition, food, water. Like, in a perfect world, I'd have, and plenty of fucking firearms, right? Like, that would be a perfect world. What I would do, my plan is, I have a few guns. Maybe not as many as most, but enough to where I feel like I have enough of them.
You know what I remember about you? You would always say, oh, yeah, man, when shit hits the fucking fan, I'm going to have my little ranch. I'm going to have some chickens. Because chickens produce eggs. And you could trade and do that. And, I got some chickens. And what do you have? Let's trade.
Right.
That was back a long time ago that I heard that from you.
Yeah.
Like, you were on something, though. That's good.
It's hard assets, right? Like, I still believe it. So, in the short term, let's say we go to World War III, right? Let's say we get EMP'd, attacked, and we go to no grid, right? Like, then hard assets are the way to go. Yeah, absolutely. But I think after that, if we go through something, after that it will be a crypto world, guaranteed. Like, because think about it, man. Like, if you had gold right now, let's just say you had a couple of gold coins. You can't go to the store and buy anything with them right now. Yeah, you could trade them in, right? I get that part. You trade them in. You got to find a dealer. You sell your gold. You got U.S. dollar now. You go and you buy things.
But what I'm saying is gold is worldwide.
Right. And I agree. You should have some gold.
Gold is worldwide, and in the value, it's not going to be like fucking one day it's over here and one day it's in the trash.
Right. So that's what I think crypto's going to do, is going to back itself with gold.
Okay.
And I think that's how you make the new transition to the new, like, the dollar really lost all its power when it came off the gold standard, right?
Exactly.
Right. So I think the new way of going to it.
Yes, but what did it transition into being backed by?
Right.
The U.S. military.
Right. Yeah.
Nothing. That's what holds it.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
If you don't fucking pay us, we're going to fucking go and fuck you up.
Right. So maybe it's a way of understanding that we're not going to be the only superpower now.
And that's what we're getting to, because who we see that's fucking growing on the other side of the fucking
with
river
BRICS,
and
with the BRICS situation coming on.
Yeah.
So I think the United States, with Trump and Vance coming in, they're seeing that. They understand that part. So they're going to try to push the crypto world on us, and then hopefully they back it by gold, right? And then we're back in business. And if they back it like that, I bet we take away taxes and up the tariffs, we're back in business. We're going to be one of the richest countries in the world again. Right now we still are, but we're not seeing any benefit to it. Me and you aren't, right? The regular fucking Joe on the street doesn't get to fucking see any of it. Yeah. We're nobodies, but maybe in this new world we can be. But you got to fucking make the move now into crypto before it's too late. It'll be like me and you trying to buy into Bitcoin today. It's gonna be hard, bro. Like, it's almost $100,000 a fucking coin for us to get in.
No, not.
Yeah.
You can buy, but you can buy, what is it? Like little parts of it? I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, you can buy the drops.
Okay.
Like Bitcoin, I don't know how many drops it has, but you can buy it. So if we get on board with maybe, because XRP is supposed to be an infrastructure already built, set, and it's supposed to take off worldwide, right? So picture Bitcoin as Dubai. Bitcoin is like stable. Well, I don't know if it's a stable coin or not, but it's worth a lot. It's like the the crypto to have. But that's all it does, right? It holds its value and it stays there. With XRP, that's going to be me, or I should say a country trying to pay another country. They're going to use that ledger to fucking make the payment within seconds, right? And at a way smaller fee than what Swift is doing it now. So it's basically just more efficient. And I don't know, man, maybe it's, if you buy 100 coins today, it's going to go a lot further. Maybe we won't even see it in our lifetime, but maybe the next generation will. So like for me, for my girls, like just me holding some type of crypto may not do anything for me in my lifetime, but it may do everything for the ones coming after me, right? So I at least want to buy in now. I've already bought in. I got some stuff in there, and just ride it out. See what happens, man, and hope for the best and prepare for the worst. That's how I live. You gonna be doing some crypto now or no?
I'm definitely looking into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking into it.
So at this point, man, I think we'll wrap it up. We're about 2 hours and 20 minutes in. With the breaks, we're probably about 2 hours.
Scratched
the surface.
Yeah,
but
yeah, we actually like went from topic to topic to topic that we kind of touched a little bit of everything. But yeah, that's good, man. It's good catching up. And
thank you, man, for coming on.
Yeah,
I know
I'm a lot more fun, guys. I know it was kind of hailing back and shit, but yeah, it's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure you setting up and coming by, and we can be doing this shit, So
yeah, if you ever want to come back on, and I don't know, a couple months or whatever, man. Like, I'm always here, bro. And yeah, I think we'll wrap it up. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
All right.